This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Kia ora, good evening. Welcome to the South Today. I'm Daryl Baser. With the nation being in lockdown following a growing number of people with COVID-19 in Auckland and Wellington, we're again operating as an essential media service on a skeleton crew and are bringing you occasionally shorter news bulletins while we're at level 4 lockdown. The words "caution is still required" were in the Prime Minister's opening sentence of this afternoon's 3 p.m. address, signalling her intentions. However, there is a change coming for most of New Zealand, but Jacinda Ardern's still strongly recommending caution to all. Speaking to the nation this afternoon, Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said change is coming for the majority of New Zealand.
South of the Auckland boundary will move to level 3 at 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday, August 31. We'll review these settings at Cabinet a week later on Monday, the 6th of September.
Friday sees a new record number in daily cases declared, with 70 recorded, bringing the total number of people with COVID-19 in this outbreak to 347. The Prime Minister says there will be no travelling across alert levels, but as the restrictions ease off, people can travel within an alert level. She outlines the rules under level 3.
Businesses can open as long as they can do so safely and offer services that don't involve close personal contact. So that means retail can operate, but only with click and collect. The same goes for things like takeaways. This can only be accessed by delivery, drive-through or contactless pickup. Alert level 3 does not permit more social activities, and bars and restaurants stay closed except for click and collect. At level 3, contact with others needs to stay minimised. Bubbles remain.
Ardern says schools can reopen, but children should remain home unless their parents are essential workers without any other option. She says the discovery of COVID-19 in Christchurch's wastewater prompted the South Island's extension of level 4 just to make sure.
As noted by ESR yesterday, it's likely that this is a result of positive cases in a managed isolation facility, but further tests in a few extra days will allow us to better answer that question, and those more refined tests over different catchments are underway as we speak.
Level 4 remains across all of New Zealand until midnight on Tuesday the 31st of August, but the rest of Aotearoa New Zealand, except Auckland and Northland, moves into level 3, with the government set to review the levels on Monday, September the 6th. In Dunedin, the South Today. Google has released a report about human behaviour during lockdown. The tech giant began releasing the weekly reports across the world last year to help public health officials in their response to COVID-19. Google's latest report shows visits to supermarkets and pharmacies across the country went up by 40% after the lockdown announcement. But it says Otago people appear to have done less panic buying compared with other parts of the country, with just a 25% increase of people shopping before the evening before lockdown. For one Dunedin man, the lockdown has proven to be a load of rubbish, quite literally. While Alert Level 4 has given many the opportunity to bake cakes or binge-watch TV shows, Andrew Earl Peacock has been busy picking up roadside rubbish.
Picking up the cans, drink bottles and other trash that lazy people have thrown out of their cars along the road between Brighton and Tairi Mouth is Andrew Earl Peacock, who's been devoting 4 hours a day over lockdown to tidy up the scenic roadway.
Yeah, just trying to give the coast a good clean up. While we're all on lockdown, I thought it's a good way to get some exercise and do something good for the community and for the coast.
Living nearby, Earl Peacock says he first noticed the roadside rubbish when he was out on a bike trip to stretch his legs.
So I'm a member of the Brighton community, and I surf regularly along the Stretch coast, and I do love it, and I want to look after it, keep it clean for myself and for everybody else.
He says cleaning up just 4 kilometres of road has already yielded an astonishing almost 100 kilos of rubbish.
This is all just from the roadside gutters, so I haven't gotten in really into the bushes or onto the beachfront. This is all just from the roadside.
Earl Peacock says he also found larger piles of rubbish illegally dumped in some of the lay-bys, which the City Council has now pledged to remove and try and identify the culprits. Near Brighton, the South Today.
Dunedin's Forbury Park Raceway might be closed, but there's still a race on to snap up its chattels, which are set to go under the hammer at a liquidation auction. The park, which hosted race meetings for over 100 years, was shut down as a part of a nationwide cost-saving measure. A number of iconic items from the facility are set to go under the hammer when COVID restrictions allow. Included in the auction are a 2002 Ford Falcon Ute, which was used as a mobile starting gate for horse races. Other items include a piano, lawnmowers, a chiller, wine glasses, bar leaners and branded beer taps. And still to come on the South Today, we look into space with an adventurous Southern company, and we meet a Dunedin couple of gallery curators who've discovered a novel way to show art during a lockdown. See you after the break.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Hi, it's Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. We have a massive manufacturer's clearance plus. There's liquidated stock from our suppliers. For example, we have cotton casual trousers from 1990, dress trousers from 1990, merino zip pullovers, fashion shirts, warm winter shirts, jackets. There's a great deal on overcoats, blazers and suits. Come and check out our jeans. We're known for our jean selection.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Come in and see the massive manufacturer's clearance at Alex Campbell Menswear.
John's doing his bit to make lockdown better. Lockdown deals, 30 to 50% off while lockdown lasts. Shop online now and save. Pick up later or get delivered with contactless options available at level 3. Lockdown deals. You might be stuck in your bubble, but that doesn't mean you can't shop at My Mate John's. Plus, interest-free payment options available only at mymatejohn.co.nz.
Where'd you get that furniture from? Stafford Street and My Mate John.
Ah, TV, our favourite babysitter. But it can be tough keeping up with what our tamariki are watching. Luckily, the Broadcasting Standards Authority has made some smart changes to the classification labels. Ooh! Plus changes to the time of day certain rated shows will air and awesome new parental lock features, meaning your babysitter's job is safe. Find out more at safeviewing.co.nz.
No mai anō, welcome back. A spaceflight company has conducted the first flights of its spaceplane and says creating a testing site near Waimaru is on the cards. Dawn Aerospace used an aerodrome near Mount Cook for the first initial test flights of its Mark II Aurora suborbital spaceplane. The Mark II is a reusable spacecraft designed to fly at the very edge of space, 100 kilometres above the Earth. The aim for it is to be the first vehicle to access space multiple times a day. Dawn Aerospace is currently based in Christchurch, but also has a major facility in the Netherlands. The company says it's considering using Oamaru Airport for its high-performance testing in the future. A Dunedin couple, whose home is also an art gallery, were ready to host a major exhibition by a significant international artist. But then the country went into lockdown. So they've come up with a creative way to show artworks during COVID level 4 restrictions. We caught up with them earlier via Zoom. COVID-19 is affecting everyone around the world. Stores, retailers, distribution, and the creative community has been hit quite a bit. How has COVID affected your gallery?
It's affected us probably slightly differently than other galleries because our gallery is in our home. Then we are in our home all the time, even during lockdown, so we're in our place of business. We also don't have commercial rents and for a building we're not using, so we don't have those issues. But we do have other issues like concern for the artists. It's affected us in lots of ways. Initially, it affected us. For this lockdown, we were just about to open an exhibition of Philippa Blair's. We'd done all the promotion, posters and cards all around towns, banners, wrap the car, send invitations to everybody, and we're just about to order the food and booze and drinks, sorry. and then we got the word that it was we were going to go into lockdown. So that was kind of a bit of a surprise to us. All that money for naught. Yep.
Indeed. So how artists are actually, in person, seeing it face to face as much as you can. What have you done with the exhibition to make it still work?
Well, we've done basically a virtual exhibition. We've just, at this point, just done still photos throughout the entire exhibition. So showing the works in situ around the house. And then, so we sent around a link to all of our subscribers. They could click on that link and go directly to the virtual show. And then from there, if they wanted to know more about the artworks, they could click on a link in the website and go directly to detailed information about each of the artworks.
Right, and so the photos that way enable people to basically walk through the gallery and see them as we have them. And because we're a gallery in a home, they're in all the different rooms. So it's, for the people who knew the gallery, but also for those who didn't know the gallery, and give them that opportunity.
Yeah.
What can people expect to see in the exhibition?
Well, because Philippa hasn't shown in Dunedin for over 30 years, we have done a range of her works from over longer time periods, so 2005 through to the current year. We've also done works that were completed while she was working overseas, because she spent much of her working life actually overseas, for the last 20 years in the US, LA, before she came back here. So we've got works over different time periods, and we've also included not only her paintings that she's well known for, but also some of her drawings, because her process starts with drawings and then she moves on, and drawings is an important part of her process. So people can see a range of works. Large works, she does very large works, but we also have smaller works.
Yes. Philippa was born in Christchurch. So, yes, she was a neighbor early on.
Yes.
So it's a virtual exhibition. How can people access that?
Log on to our website, and they can, from the front page, you can click to in two places. If you want to see the works actually online in situ, you go down to the featured artists, and Philippa is there, and you click on that, and you can scroll your way through it using arrows to look at the works on the wall. If you then want to go and look at the works in more detail, with the details about them, the materials, the dates, all those sorts of things, there's another place to link from there. So there's various ways through our website to actually get those, to see them.
And our website is www.fe29.com.
Good point.
That's how.
So if the virtual goes really well, would you be looking at doing a physical exhibition as soon as practicable?
Yes.
As soon as we get to level 2, we'll start basically taking appointments for people to come in, or you can just appear at the front gate, and if there are already people here, you can just sit in the garden for a bit until they get through. Yeah, sculpture gardens front and back, so it's a pleasant place to sit and wait.
It was disappointing because Philippa was very looking forward to coming down and meeting with our clients, and our clients were looking forward to meeting her. So it'll be a wee while probably before she gets out of Auckland to come down, but we would like to do that as well.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we'll just have to live with these artworks until such time.
Cecilia and Megan, thank you very much for your time.
Our pleasure.
You
Thanks,
bet.
Carol.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Daryl.
it.
Take care.
And after the break on The South Today, we head to Canterbury to see how food retailers are coping up there, and we have a look at your weekend weather. See you after the break.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Hi, it's Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. We have a massive manufacturer's clearance plus. There's liquidated stock from our suppliers. For example, we have cotton casual trousers from 1990, dress trousers from 1990, merino zip pullovers, fashion shirts, warm winter shirts, jackets. There's a great deal on overcoats, blazers and suits. Come and check out our jeans. We're known for our jean selection.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Come in and see the massive manufacturer's clearance at Alex Campbell Menswear.
John's doing his bit to make lockdown better. Lockdown deals. Shop online now and save. Pick up later or get delivered with contactless options available at level 3.
And my mate John.
MTF Finance can help you turn the key on your next vehicle with a loan made just for you. TCs and lending criteria apply.
Thanks for staying with us. Grocery stores and supermarkets across Canterbury say they're coping with the demand from shoppers during this current lockdown. Store managers say the panic buying is a lot less this year compared with last year's lockdown.
Staff are busy keeping the shelves stocked in stores across Canterbury, such as the SuperValue in Tynwald, just south across the bridge from Ashburton. Store owner Gayleen Thompson says they've been able to keep on top of demand from local shoppers.
It's quite calm. There was the first night of panic buying where people were preparing just to lock themselves down for 3 days. Now it's just a steady stream of people getting what they need. Supplies are coming all the time.
Thompson says the store has had plenty of experience in recent times in servicing the community during emergencies, with recent floods isolating the suburb when both bridges were damaged, and of course the lockdown in March and April of last year.
Some things have been easier as far as knowing what stock to do and things like that. What suppliers can help quicker, so we're sort of a little more organised from that front. So I guess knowing what to expect this time has sort of helped us all prepare for it.
Thompson says her staff have appreciated the many positive comments from customers, with people expected during lockdown to travel as little as possible for their grocery shopping.
A lot of people have definitely stayed local, and that's what this is about helping as many as we can. and limiting everyone's movements.
Meanwhile, further north in Christchurch, there was hardly a supermarket in the city without a queue as locals boosted their supplies for the ongoing lockdown. On a negative note, a security guard at the Church Corner Countdown supermarket was spat at by a customer who had previously been trespassed for abusive behaviour. Countdown says the guard is being tested for COVID-19 and receiving support. In Canterbury, The South Today.
Time now for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times. We're joined by the editor, Mr. Barry Stewart. Hey Barry.
Hello Daryl. Well, the big announcement this afternoon, we are now, well, we're still at alert level 4, but from 11:59 on Tuesday we will be in level 3. So implications of that we discuss in the paper tomorrow. And of course, you know, there was lots of anticipation of where we're going, and I think predictably we stayed at level 4 for a few days yet, so that's how it's turned out. On other matters, more than 1,000 truckloads of sand are being stockpiled to restore the dunes and replenish beaches on Dunedin's southern coast. So interesting story as to where that sand came from and how it's now going to be returned to its rightful place. So interesting story there. We have a story in the weekend mix about your home, your castle, or so they say. But what can you do in your backyard and what is beyond the pale? Bruce Munro scours the bylaws and legislation to help you get your most out of your property without ending up in jail. So yeah, Daryl, there's some good tips there for you. And of course, Southern Pulses were racing earlier this week when we heard news of the water in Christchurch being infected by COVID. So we have gone out to discover just what does a positive test mean and how what you flush down the toilet helps Dr. Bloomfield and friends fight the COVID outbreak.
Well put. All that and more.
Yes.
Thanks, Barry. Have a good weekend. Time now for a look at the weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Starting with the southern view, a Dunedin seagull hopeful of a level change and people bringing chips to the Octagon. Looking at the situation, a cold and mostly cloudy weekend ahead as a light easterly airflow washes over the region. Heading to the southern region, light easterlies and cloudy skies across this area. The Catlins and Balclutha should be 8 degrees, while Lumsden and Gore should do slightly better on 9. Heading to central Otago, light winds and mostly cloudy skies for all areas here, with 8 degrees in Wanaka and Queenstown, while Alexandra and Tiano can expect similar conditions and 9 degrees. Heading to the northern towns, the light easterlies and cloudy skies theme continues here in the South Canterbury towns and North Otago, with Timaru and Oamaru heading for 10 degrees. It's likely to be similar inland as Aotearoa lives up to its name, the land of the long white cloud, Twizel and Omarama reaching 9 degrees. In Dunedin, expect some light rain tonight with light southerly winds and an overnight low of 6 degrees. It'll be dry tomorrow, but overcast and cold with moderate northeasterlies. Wear a few layers if you're out walking. The high is due to be 8 and the low 6. It'll be overcast with some rain developing during the day on Sunday, with moderate southeasterlies and very cold temperatures, a high of 8 and a low of 5. And in Invercargill, becoming fine tonight with an overnight low of 5 degrees. It'll be dry but mostly cloudy tomorrow with light winds and cold temperatures. You're looking at a high of 9 and a low of 5. Sunday's practically a carbon copy of Saturday with a high of 5 and a high of 10 and a low of 5. And that's all from the South Today team for this Friday and in fact the week. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz and follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube, remembering to like and subscribe our social media channels. Stay safe, be kind, check on your friends and whānau, and don't forget social distancing when you're out stretching your legs. Tā kite, anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.